If you're not getting paid to what you want, are you creating enough value? Or the value that you're creating, is it perceived to be enough? How important it is to upgrade yourself regularly. I was sitting across this person and she's been working with an organization. She's been doing well, but she'd not got reasonable financial growth. Now, this time she was certain that is going to happen. So she said that I've spoken to every possible person. And the good news is that everybody has committed that this is soon going to happen and the wait is almost over. So my question to her was, how long have you been waiting for this change to happen? She mentioned that it's been about 2 years. Now, everybody has been promising me that this is going to happen. But for some business reason, this has got delayed. But I'm certain this time it is going to happen. Now, in my head, I knew that if it has not happened for 2 years, all other reasons are insignificant. The fact is that she is not creating enough value, or the value that she is creating is not perceived to be strong enough for her to get that salary correction right now. One thing as a coach that I've realized is when we call out a direct feedback to people, it's not easy. But when people find their own answers, things are very, very different. And this is how my conversation went further. I shifted her attention and I saw she was carrying a phone, which is a well-made, well-built, branded phone. And I asked her a question. So how much did you pay for this phone? She said, I paid 40 grand for this. I said, that's good, must be a good phone. So I asked her a question, would you buy this phone from me if I sell it for 80 grand? She said, absolutely not. But I said, as a manufacturer, as a seller, I believe this is worth 80 grand. She said, it is not, at least how I perceive. I'm not perceiving that value, which is more than 40,000 in this phone. That's why I'm not going to pay more for this phone. I said, fair point. So let me ask you a question again as a seller. What all do I need to add to this phone so that you can pay 80 grand? So she came up with a list of things that could get added, which will increase the perceived value of the phone. I said, okay, great. So as a manufacturer, I would add those features. What if you still don't buy that phone as a customer for 80 grand? She said, then I'm talking to the wrong customer. I need to find a customer who's going to value the product, what it is worth. And I said, that's great. Now let's come back to your current situation at your workplace. Do you think you are creating enough value for your organization to pay you a particular amount? That made her thinking. That made her thinking hard. And I asked her a follow-up question saying that over the last 2 years, what new skills have you acquired? What new things have you learned? How have you upgraded yourself? And she didn't have an answer. What we agreed between us is that she'll come with a list of things that she's going to work on so that she enhances her value. And the parting question was, in spite of all of these, if you still don't get that correction, what are you going to do? And she simply said, I'm going to find a new customer. So ask this question to yourself. If you're not getting paid to what you want, are you creating enough value? Or the value that you're creating, is it perceived to be enough? Or are you at the right place? Now, with these three questions, you'll get an answer which definitely will help you move ahead in your career. Here are the two questions for you. How frequently do you upgrade your phone? You have four options: 6 months or less, 12 months or less, 18 months or less, more than 18 months. You have your answers. Now, the second question is, how frequently do you upgrade yourself through certifications, higher education, skill enhancements, etc.? Similar four options: 6 months or less, 12 months or less, 18 months or less, or 18 months and above. If you're upgrading your phone more frequently than your career, I want you to take a pause and think about it. And if it strikes a chord, What I want you to commit to yourself is to create a plan of things that you're going to learn and upgrade and create so that you can create more value for yourself.